Dallas Cowboys. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on. Hey, come back in.
Right to the air is Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Lawrence Cager, 41 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll work it ahead to about the 28, gain of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now Prescott on 4th down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 16. Prescott now from the 50. Able to hit his target Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to 60, back to 60. 19 right.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right there, hurt.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Fights through him, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
50 Vikings, 50 Vikings. Check mash, ready?
Here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Kill! 47! 46. Go, Jack. Hey, kill. Go to 53.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go to 53. 47. Kill.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Got a man, Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Kill.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill. Go. Hey, 47. We're going 46.
Prescott now. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
We're going 47.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ready, set.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Ready.
On third down, Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run left with Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second and 9.
Play action now, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
29 yards.
And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Yeah,
the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Jackson from the shotgun.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And going right back to Walker. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Devin Duvernay, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Next report by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Prescott's throw taken in by Slayton.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, Prescott.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the the left side. Gallup's got it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Throwing, Jackson.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And take it right on the 30. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it. Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. Final whistle. whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Back to Walker on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone.
Okay,
right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Walker with another carry.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10 to about the 26 here.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a run with Walker. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brings up third down.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Blankenship's kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. It sent him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be positioned themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run with Pollard. Taken down at the 42. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Nervous time now, moving the chains, an absolute must. Here's 3rd down.
Now what can Prescott do in the OT? He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They wanted to avoid the dreaded fourth down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on third.
I love how you describe that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to fourth down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on third.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Welcome back to the divisional round of the playoffs. A second overtime moments away. Here's second and a yard. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On second down, it's Pollard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, it's Prescott. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Elliott not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Playoff lives on the line. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And this is caught.